The Treksperts Quiz would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which this show is created. We pay our respects to elders past and present and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people today.
You're listening to BQN. Assimilate the audio.
Welcome back, my dear listeners and viewers, to the second episode of the second season of the Treksperts Quiz, a BQN podcast. This is the Star Trek-inspired trivia podcast where each week I put a bunch of self-proclaimed Star Trek experts or Treksperts into a head-to-head battle for nerd supremacy to bring glory to themselves and their houses. I am your trivia master and host, Davey Willett. I go by the pronouns he and him, and it is my pleasure to have you joining us once again on this court-martial of our contestants' Star Trek knowledge. A big shout out before we begin to all of our BQN patrons, especially this show's associate producers, Lars Descenza from the Redshirt Geeks, the fabulous Matt Harker, and of course, my dear friend Jason Anderson. Thank you all for your ongoing support of the show and the network. And remember that you can help keep bringing this show and all of the other fabulous BQN shows to you week by week by signing up to be a patron at patreon.com/BQN. This is an incredibly exciting episode and also a very nerve-wracking episode for me because for the first time since the Treksperts Quiz began, I am without a co-host, I do not have a scorekeeper and adjudicator, and I am doing everything myself. So hold on tight, this is bound to be a shit show, but I'm sure we'll have some fun along the way. I've got two fabulous guests with me today. One you will definitely recognize, he is a dear friend of the show, and another one who is a first-time Treksperts quizzer and a brand new host on the BQN, and I'm actually going to transport him in now. From the Captain's Couch, one of the newest BQN programs, it is Jeremiah with he, him pronouns. Jeremiah, welcome to the show.
Hi, Davey. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming on. Now, we've worked together before on All Good Things with our mutual friend Mark, and I'm pretty sure neither of us will be invited back on again because we pretty much took over that show and talked about all kinds of random weird shit. But it was a good time, so it's good to have you come across and join us here on the quiz. Now, Jeremiah, you've got your new show, The Captain's Couch. For BQN listeners and other listeners who are not familiar with The Captain's Couch, tell us a little bit about the show.
Well, The Captain's Couch is an all things Star Trek Voyager podcast, where we are going into everything that I love about Voyager and doing spice, adding and sprinkling in some interesting concepts throughout, not just doing a complete rewatch of the show. And during season 1, we have looked at a deep dive of Kes and the potential that her character missed throughout the show. And also looked at a series that I am calling the Rewriter's Room, where we are taking a character from Voyager and rewriting their canon, and we did that in season 1 with Kes.
That's really, really cool. It's really great, and there are so many diehard Voyager fans out there, and there is a lot to sink your teeth into with this show, everyone. So I do suggest you give it a go. Jeremiah, a question I'm going to ask you and your competitor today, and I think I probably know your answer to this. Tell me, who's your favorite Star Trek captain?
That would be Captain Kathryn Janeway of the Federation starship Voyager.
I was not expecting that. Why, what is it about Janeway?
It's just in a word, it's Janeway. She was my childhood hero. She remains my hero. She is a strong, kick-ass, take no shit woman who never needed anybody to save her. She was the one doing the saving.
Fuck yeah.
And it honestly mirrored my home life growing up quite a bit as a with a single mom, and so it was very normal for me to see a woman in charge that made all of the decisions and took all of the action upon herself. But when it comes down to it, it's Janeway or the highway.
That's yeah. What a wonderful, unique reason, and that's what we love about Star Trek and our love of Star Trek is there are things that resonate equally amongst all of us, and then you've got beautiful stories like that as well. So thank you for sharing that, Jeremiah. That's beautiful.
Absolutely.
So Jeremiah, you're in for a bit of an interesting challenge today, and I'd like to introduce your competitor. Now, your competitor today is a friend of the show, been with us many, many times. I'm going to energize that transporter and bring him in. Returning to us, back with he, him pronouns, it is my good friend, Sam. Sam, welcome back.
Thank you, as always. I'm so happy to be here.
So I've lost count of how many times you've been on the show now. I think you've been a contestant twice. You joined us for our live season finale, the Picard Season 3 quiz. And you've been scorekeeper countless times. What keeps you bringing back? Why are you such a glutton for punishment?
You just keep me in cryo sleep until you need a guest, and then you just pull me out,
Fair enough. Like, hang on a sec. We've got hit that break glass. We've got Sam. I mean, that's why I don't have a scorekeeper this week. I've been so disorganized setting up this second season that I literally was just like, I don't have any contestants or anything planned for this weekend, and I'm not going to have a show. Sam, help!
Always glad to be here, though.
I know, thank you. I do appreciate it so much. Now, Sam, I need to ask you, favorite captain and why?
I've got to go with Jonathan Archer. I'm sure, no one would give that answer exactly, yes. But whenever I was growing up, I was born into the dark age of Star Trek where there was nothing on TV. And so I grew up on the reruns on the Sci-Fi Channel of Enterprise. So I knew Archer before I knew any other captain, and he's just always been my favorite. And he has a cool dog. If you got a dog, you just win automatically.
True. I didn't realize how much or how true that was until I got a dog myself. And literally, I'm pretty sure there are people with me who would not be my friend and would never visit my house if it was not for my dog, Captain Pike. But that's fine. I'm perfectly alright with that. It keeps my social status high.
Yeah, right. Same with my dog.
Alright, well, we're gonna get ready for round one, but I'm gonna bring Jeremiah back into the frame now. So, it's like the Brady Bunch. Like the Brady Bunch if there was nowhere near as many people in the family. So, your quiz today. We're going to go back to a topic that we call the Captain's Log. Now, I asked you both prior to the show who your favourite captains were. And so this time, the Captain's Log is going to be Janeway versus Archer. Let's just do another one of those for that. So, Sam, how much do you know about Janeway?
Enough.
Enough. Jeremiah, do you know much about Archer, or is it just all Voyager for you?
I failed early Starfleet history.
Great. Well, the Archer round is really going to be good for you. So we've split the game up. We've got first round is going to be all about Captain Janeway, and the second round is going to be about Archer, and then we're going to start to mix it up from there on in. So we should try, hopefully, keep it an even playing field. Alright, so let's dive straight into the first round, which is Captain Janeway.
You seem to get all the easy assignments.
Now, hands on buzzers. Let's get ready to play the Treksperts Quiz. Your first Janeway question. For 2 points, tell me both the town and state where Janeway was born. I've got Jeremiah.
Bloomington, Indiana.
That is correct.
That is indeed correct. Well done. 2 points on the board for you straight away. Now, for the second question, what was Janeway's sister's name? Ooh. Jeremiah again.
Phoebe Janeway.
Say that again, sorry?
Phoebe Janeway.
That is correct.
Yes, it was Phoebe Janeway. Well done. And I only knew that because I've just listened to the audiobook, the Janeway autobiography, where she talks a lot about Dear Phoebe.
And I should have known that on immediately top of my head because I've written short stories about Janeway's past featuring Phoebe, and I couldn't get it fast enough.
And I believe Phoebe's quite a different person to Janeway. She's bit more of an artiste. She's a bit of a painter.
She is.
Yeah. She's not the scientist, the engineer, the take no prisoners kind of gal that Janeway is. She's a bit more boho.
Yes, very much so.
All right, let's dive into your next Janeway question. In the episode In the Flesh, we find out that Janeway liked to visit a coffee shop on Market Street during her academy days. What was the name of that coffee shop? Oh, Jeremiah! Wow, yes.
The Night Owl.
That is correct.
That is correct. It was the Night Owl. Well done. Well done. Wow. Okay, you do know your Janeway. So, Sam, let's just hope you really know your Archer.
Yeah, hope crossing my fingers.
All right. Your fourth Janeway question. Janeway served underneath Captain/Admiral Paris on board which ship? Jeremiah.
That would be the U.S.S. Albitani.
That is correct.
You would be correct with that. And the Albitani, so I was like, oh, wait, who was Albitani? So Albitani was an astronomer from medieval times who showed that the farthest distance of the sun from the Earth varies, and as a result, annual eclipses of the sun are possible as well as total eclipses. Basically, he sort of proved in a weird way our rotation of the sun because you could see that the distance constantly changed. So, a bit of history there for you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
I love it.
Who said you can't learn anything on my show? All right, your fifth Janeway question. Janeway's first mission on board Voyager was to find a rogue Marquis ship. What was the name of that Marquis ship? Jeremiah.
That would be the Valjean.
That is correct.
And that would be correct. Sam, you got to keep your finger on that button.
I know.
Just cut me off if you think you know it. All right. You'll have your chance to come back. All right. So, what breed was Janeway's dog Molly? Jeremiah.
Molly was an Irish setter.
That is correct.
She was indeed an Irish setter. Okay. For this next question, I'm going to get you both to answer. Now, I will give you 2 points if you are the closest without going over. And I will give you 4 points if you get this correct. So, how many times during Voyager did Janeway die? Jeremiah, you can go first.
Twice.
Sam?
I'm going to say 4 times.
So, in my research, I found out that Janeway holds a Star Trek record of having died 17 times during the course of the show.
Oh, gosh.
Which I mean means that Sam is closer without going over. So 2 points for Sam.
Okay, I'm gonna have to dig into that research because
Yeah.
wow.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that's a lot.
I forget the name of the episode that came up when I was looking, but there is an episode where she dies repeatedly. And
Oh my God, they're counting that as multiple times.
Yes. Which episode is it again? I should know this.
It's Coda.
Coda, that's it. Yes. So she dies multiple times in Coda, so they count each time she dies in that episode.
Oh wow.
Oh dear. Well done. Well done. All right. So I imagine that we may get some feedback on that question. So bring it. All right. Your second last Janeway question is: Janeway fell in love with an Irish hologram in Fairhaven. What was his name? Jeremiah.
That would be Michael Sullivan.
It would be.
That is correct.
It would indeed be Michael Sullivan.
Computer delete the wife.
And the final question for the Janeway round. Janeway was promoted to what rank upon her return to Sam?
Is it Rear Admiral?
Negative.
It is not, but good try. Jeremiah, would you like to have a shot at it?
That would be Vice Admiral.
That is correct.
Well done. I should have known that the host of a Voyager podcast who says that Janeway is his favourite captain of all time would know he's Janeway, which has finished the first round with Sam on 2 points, a lucky 2 points at that, and Jeremiah on 9 points. Well done. So,
Thank you.
We're going to jump into Sam's attempt at redemption, which is going to be round 2, Captain Archer.
You have no idea how much I'm restraining myself from knocking you on your ass.
All right, this is all about the man, the myth, the legend, Jonathan Archer, in command of the NX-01, early life all the way through to post-Starfleet. Hands on buzzers, let's get ready to go. First question, what was Archer's dad's name? Jeremiah.
Henry.
That is correct.
That is indeed correct.
Sorry, Sam.
It's okay. It's Julian again.
It is. I know, this is just like Julian in the season finale, isn't it? Yeah. Too quick. All right. Second question for Archer. Archer met Zephyr Cochrane during a tour of what facility? Sam.
Wasn't it the Warp 5 complex?
That is correct.
It was the Warp 5 facility. Well done. All right. Third question. Archer broke the speed of Warp 2.5 during an unauthorized test flight of which ship? Sam.
The NX Beta.
That is correct.
Well done. Clawing back some points here. Archer made first contact with the Andorians at what ancient Vulcan monastery? Sam.
A gym.
That is correct.
There we go. And in the episode Fallen Hero, Archer ordered the ship to go to Warp 5 for the first time. What speed did it actually reach? Jeremiah.
4.9.
Negative.
Incorrect. Sam, do you want to have a shot at it?
Oh, I don't know why I buzzed it. Wasn't it Warp 5.1?
Negative.
5.2. I'm afraid. Well done, though. Well done. If I was nicer, I'd give pity point for that, but I'm not. Okay, so next question. Archer had an encounter with the Borg in which episode? Jeremiah.
Regeneration.
That is correct.
That is correct. That is a point for Jeremiah. Whoops, I just added a point to Sam by mistake there. There we go. I'm not even going to edit that out. All right, I am going to give 3 points if someone can get question 7 of 9 correct. What was Archer's blood type? Sam.
AB positive?
Negative.
No. Jeremiah, do you want to have a guess? Oh, you could not.
I'm just gonna guess O positive.
Negative.
No. According to Memory Alpha, he's B negative.
Good to know if I'm ever needing a blood transfusion in the early 23rd century.
Well, I just thought, I mean, there's got to be someone out there who's got all of the Starfleet officers' blood types memorized. There are people out there who remember weird as shit, so...
That's true.
All right, we've got 2 more questions for Jonathan Archer. The question 8. Archer ventured into what part of space to make contact with the Xindi? Sam.
The Delphic Expanse.
That is correct.
Well done. That is correct. And your final question. Archer would eventually become ambassador to which planet? Sam.
Isn't it Vulcan?
Negative.
No. Jeremiah, would you like to have a go?
I'm gonna guess Andor. Andoria. Andoria. Wrong franchise. Andoria.
Yes, Andoria. Yes, correct. I was going to give it to you anyway. So.
Okay.
Well, there you go. There you go. That was good. Those were. I thought
Those were hard.
Yeah, it's very hard.
2 very, very tough questions, or two very tough rounds of questions for both Janeway and Archer. So, well done to both of you. Now, at the end of the second round, Sam has clawed a bit of ground. There's 6 points between you. Sam has got 6 points, whilst Jeremiah is on 12. Still in the lead. Well done. Back with the Bajoran claps. All right, so let's see how you go in our third round. So our third round is a name the episode round. Now, for each question in this round, I am going to read a quote alternating between Janeway and Archer. And you need to tell me which episode that quote comes from. So it'll start with a Janeway and then go to an Archer, then Janeway and Archer, blah, 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 back and forth. Question of 7 of 9, and this one's a little interesting, and I'd like to thank Kelvin Wood of the BQN in advance for this weird question. All right, good luck to you both. Get your hands on those buzzers. Your first quote is a Janeway quote. There are 3 things to remember about being a starship captain. Keep your shirt... Jeremiah.
Dark Frontier.
That is correct.
Well done, mate. Well done.
Sorry to not let you finish.
Sam, would you like to hear the rest of the quote, or do you know it?
No, it's good. It's good.
That's fine. That's fine. All right, let's see how well you remember your Enterprise episodes. The next one is an Archer. We're going to stumble, make mistakes. I'm sure more than a few before we find our footing. But we're going to learn from those mistakes. That's what being human is all about. Jeremiah.
I want to say Broken Bow.
Negative.
Incorrect. Sam?
Is it Shadow of Pajim?
Negative.
And I'm afraid not. It is Shockwave Part 2. Now, have a little listen to this next one. Listen carefully. It's going to be audio. I encourage you to wait for it to finish before buzzing in. Jeremiah.
The Cloud.
That is correct.
You need the whole setup.
You do. You don't know how. I'm trying to hold my fingers back there. I'm like, oh God, I can't wait.
There's coffee in that nebula. All right. Next one, we've got an Archer quote. Tell me the episode. The Xindi are trying to destroy Earth because they heard that humans are ruthless. This is the chance to prove them wrong. Sam?
Is that in Zodi Prime?
Negative.
I'm afraid not. Jeremiah?
Is it Threshold?
Negative.
No, afraid not. It was called Hatchery.
See, I was close talking about lizards.
I can see how you're on that wavelength. That's fine. All right. Next one is another Janeway. Abandoned ship? The answer's no. I'm not breaking up the family. Jeremiah?
Year of Hell.
That is correct.
That is correct. Well done. Another Archer one. I know Admiral Black has an agent on Enterprise. I want the name. Sam?
Is that in a Mirror Darkly?
That is correct.
It is from In the Mirror Darkly, one of my favorite two-parters in season 4. Such a fun episode. I mean, it was the one time that Scott Bakula's overacting was really justified, so... Sorry. Scott Bakula's actually a wonderful man, but I just could not handle his, I don't know. I'm just going to call it what it is. He overacts the shit out of that character. If you disagree with me, please send to bqn@gmail.com and, yeah, tell someone who cares. Sorry, I didn't mean that. That's not like me. I'm not. What is going on? It's only like 11 a.m. on a Sunday. You know, I'm only a little bit drunk. No, just kidding. All right. So your question 7 of 9 comes to you courtesy of BQN host Kelvin Wood, who is also the holder of the highest score ever on the Treksperts Quiz. Now, I would like for you to name the 5 episodes in which Janeway debuted a new hairstyle. Jeremiah.
Are we okay? Before I answer, are we counting the bun in the beginning?
Yes.
Okay. Caretaker.
That's 1.
Heroes and Demons.
That's 2.
Protrusion.
That's 3. Wow.
Oh, where's the ponytail? Year of Hell.
Year of Hell.
I'm gonna skip the ponytail, and I'm gonna skip the ponytail and go to Night because it is the longer version of the bob.
Okay, so you got those 4 correct. That is so
correct.
good. And I almost want to give you a point because the one you missed is the ponytail. I just want to know the name of the episode. So Sam, do you know the episode where she debuted the ponytail?
I don't even remember Janeway having a ponytail.
I can actually name all the hairstyles in all of those episodes. Of course, we know the bun was in Caretaker.
I've got those
Then
listed.
in Heroes and Demons, she had the 7 of 9 style hair. In Protrusion, we would see Kate's real hair for the first time, and it was very similar to the season 5 through 7 Janeway bob, the longer version of the bob. In Year of Hell is when we saw the short bob, and in Night was the debut of the long bob. I do not know where the ponytail debuted.
So, that is incredible. Like, I am blown away, because I was struggling with a good 7 of 9 question, and I messaged Kelvin last night, and he came back with this. He tried it on his partner to James, who got 4 of them right as well, and I was going to be surprised if you could even just tell me the episode names. And the fact that, because he gave me the hairstyle debuts as well. So the bun, the 7 of 9 sort of coif, the other bun, and the ponytail. Like, I'm speechless. I'm
a Janeway man.
Yeah. Sam, you can just switch off now if you like. Jeremiah.
Finish
this
I've
up.
lost.
So that was 4 points scored there. I want to give you more, but you don't need them. All right, second last one. We're going back to another Janeway quote here. It's never easy, but if we turn our backs on our principles, we stop being human. Jeremiah?
Equinox.
That is correct.
That is correct. And the final one is an Archer quote. You scratched the paint. Sam?
That's Broken Bow.
That is correct.
That is correct.
Well done. Well done. All right. That brings us to the end of our 3 mainline rounds. So the gap is, it's expanded, but I mean, there's still a path to victory for you, Sam. So Sam, you are sitting on a modest 8 points. And pretty good too. Like, you've gotten some of these Archer ones are pretty obscure. And Jeremiah, you have got 20 points. It is incredible. All right. I think it's time to go to warp speed. So the warp speed round is going to be 20 rapid fire questions coming at you thick and fast. You only have a few seconds to buzz in an answer. If I do not get an answer, I will move on to the next question. All right. Are we ready for warp speed?
Engage.
Engage indeed. All right, let's do this. First question. What was the name of the group that got together with the goal to establish a Janeway statue in Bloomington, Indiana? Jeremiah.
The Janeway Collective.
That is correct.
Well done. Where was Archer born? Sam.
Was it San Francisco?
Negative.
Incorrect, Jeremiah. Do you have a shot?
I have no idea. Denver, Colorado.
Negative.
What role did Janeway give to Naomi Wildman? Jeremiah.
Captain's assistant.
That is correct.
Well done. Archer liked to watch which sport? Sam.
Water polo.
That is correct.
Well done. What was Janeway's self-destruct code? Jeremiah.
Janeway Pi Alpha.
Not what I have.
Negative.
Sam.
Janeway Pi Alpha 9.
Can I take the question back?
Negative.
I have Janeway Pi 110 as her self-destruct code. Alright, next question. In the episode Ceasefire, how did Saval describe Archer's mediation between the Vulcans and the Andorians? Sam?
Reckless?
Negative.
Jeremiah, you get a shot.
Barbaric?
Negative.
Not overly meddlesome. How long had Janeway known Tuvok for prior to the events of Caretaker? Jeremiah.
17 years?
Negative.
Sam?
10 years?
Negative.
I got 4 years in my research.
Oh, that's wrong.
Ooh, alright. We'll Google afterwards.
Yeah.
What treat gave Archer's dog Porthos gastro in Jeremiah?
Cheese.
That is correct.
Well done. What was Janeway's Alpha Quadrant partner's name? Jeremiah.
Mark Johnson.
That is correct.
What role did Archer have on the Enterprise in the Mirror Universe? Sam.
He was first officer.
That is correct.
Well done. Complete the quote. Coffee, the finest organic substance ever devised. It's gotten me through the worst of the last several years. Jeremiah.
I beat the Borg with it.
That is correct.
She did indeed. She did indeed. What was the first time we saw on screen or referenced a starship by the name of Archer? Sam.
Isn't it the very first episode of Strange New Worlds?
Negative.
Jeremiah?
I know that I saw it in the first episode of season 2 of Strange New Worlds, so that's my guess.
Negative.
During Nemesis.
Oh.
What ship do we see Janeway in command of during Prodigy? Jeremiah?
This could be a two-part question. It's either the Protostar or the Dauntless.
Which is your answer?
Dauntless.
That is correct.
We're talking about real Janeway, not hollow Janeway.
That's right, that's right. What was the name of the Klingon officer that Archer returns to Kronos in Broken Bow? Sam?
Wasn't it Clang?
That is correct.
It was indeed Clang. Well
Good job.
done, well done. What was Janeway's first command? Jeremiah?
The Billings.
Negative.
Sam?
Sutherland?
Negative.
Her first command was the U.S.S. Voyager. Archer made first contact with which TNG race of aliens? Sam?
Technically the Ferengi?
That is correct.
Yes, even though they don't get named in the episode. Kate Mulgrew returned to our screens in which hit Netflix series? Jeremiah?
Orange is the New Black.
That is correct.
That is correct. Scott Bakula appeared in which version of the NCIS franchise? Sam?
NCIS New Orleans.
That is correct.
Alright, second last question. Who helped Admiral Janeway return to the past in Endgame? Jeremiah?
Reginald Barkley. And Harry
Negative.
Kim.
That is incorrect. Sam?
Moral Paris?
That is correct.
Well done, well done. Alright, now your final is going to be a dramatic impersonation. Now, I want you to do your own interpretation of how this line would have been delivered, and then I am going to decide which is my favorite and award a point. I want your dramatic interpretation of computer, delete the wife. Who'd like to go first?
I'll go first.
You'll go first? All right, give us what you got.
First.
Go on, give us what you got.
Computer, delete the wife.
I always forget how long that laugh sound effect goes for. Jeremiah?
Computer, delete the wife.
Well done, well done. All right. Look, I like them both, so I'm going to give you both a point. There we go. That brings us to the end of the game. Well done to you both. That was fabulous. That was really, really good.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
But there can... I feel like there's a lot that Jeremiah is going to go through after this and come back to me and go, Davey, no! No, Davey! I demand more points! Even though I clearly won by quite a margin. So, look, there can only be one. Now, at the end of the game, Sam, you earned a respectable 15 points. But our ultimate Trekspert for Janeway versus Archer is Jeremiah on a stunning 28 points. Well done. So I guess on the question of Janeway versus Archer, it's Janeway. So there you go. You've proven that for us. So Jeremiah, your victory speech, how does it feel?
Well, it doesn't tell me anything I didn't already know, because I like to quote the Doctor of, I like to paraphrase the Doctor from when he's telling Seven of Nine that she doesn't have sensory aphasia in Relativity, and he says, "Don't consult the database," and she says, "You are the database," and he's like, "Yes, with 2 legs and a splendid bedside manner."
Yeah, so I don't know if that was a humble brag or not, by the way. If it was the weirdest one I have ever heard. It's like, I am pretty much a computer and no one knows more about Janeway and Voyager than me. Okay.
I will die on that hill. I do have a bonus question for Sam.
Go on.
Sam, which 1980s sitcom did both Kate Mulgrew and Scarlett Bakula guest star in?
Ooh, is it Cheers?
It is Murphy Brown.
Oh, there you go. Nice. I did not know that. I would have gone straight to Cheers as well, only because I have that vision of Kate Mulgrew being in Cheers burned into my brain.
Yep.
Well done to you as well, Sam, and your concession speech to your competitor.
It was a long road, but we both had faith of the heart, and we got there in the end.
Well done. That was well played, my friend. There is no end of joy and jokes that we get from that opening theme song. Well, look, congratulations to you both. That was a really fun game. Those were some really tough questions. And I congratulate you, Jeremiah, on being the king of Janeway hairstyles. Make sure you let Kelvin know in our BQN host chat that you got it.
I
will. All right.
I love that question. That was a brilliant question.
So good. I was trying to find, when I was originally researching that question, I was looking up things that she did a lot of, and I was trying to find the definitive list of all the times she broke the Prime Directive. But there were too much of it was up in the air, and there was far too many examples. We would have been here all day.
much like the variations in the Bun of Steel during Caretaker alone, it's almost impossible to calculate because I've tried that myself.
All right, so before we wrap up for today, Jeremiah, where can our listeners and viewers find you and your fabulous show?
You can find the Captain's Couch over on Twitter at captains_couch. You can also find my personal feed on Twitter at Captain Jeremiah. And I'm also on TikTok at Captain Jeremiah Brown.
Excellent. Go check out the Captain's Couch Voyager fans and, general Voyager enthusiasts because it is a lot of fun. And Sam, where can our listeners and viewers find you?
Nowhere, because I no longer have a podcast, so I don't have any social media anymore.
Come on, you're in the Strange New Pod Discord.
You can find me lingering in the Strange New Pod Discord, occasionally popping into discussions.
Yeah, you'll find him next time I bring him on as a break glass. Seriously though, he's very active in the Strange New Pod Discord, which is a really, really, really fun place. So please get on and check that out and interact with Sam in there. All right, so that brings us to the end. So if you were screaming out the correct answers whenever our Treksperts today got it wrong and you think that you can do better, well, why not put your latinum where your mouth is? You can register to be a contestant on Treksperts by heading over to our website and filling out the form, trekspertsquiz.com. You can also follow and message us on all forms of social media by searching for Treksperts Quiz, particularly active on Instagram and Twitter. You can also email directly on trekspertsquiz@gmail.com for feedback or just to say hello or to give some quiz ideas if you like. Don't forget that you can check out all the other amazing shows on the BQN, such as All Good Things, Galaxy Class, History with the Zalagis, Infinite Diversity, Mickey's Marvels, Sasquatch, What's the T-Bev, the new Cinema Z, and Captain's Couch, and my other show, Bargain Bin Gamer, spelt Gaymer. You can find any or all of these by searching for the BQN Master Feed wherever you get your podcasts from, and you can interact with me and the other BQN hosts over on our BQN Collective Facebook page. So that is it for now. Make sure you leave us a 5-star review and subscribe. We're on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts from. And make sure to tune in again next time. And until we meet again, remember that no matter what you do and no matter where you go, make sure you go boldly. Live long and prosper, everyone. Peace out. Woo.